In today's Revision Done Right, we'll be sharing the tips you need to ace the comprehension questions for the EDUQAS GCSE Latin paper. First up, take care that you always answer by referring only to the Latin specified in the question. Students often lose marks by referring to other parts of the passage. Forget Latin not mentioned in the question. Okay, so let's start off with part A. Just a simple starter question, but do be careful of the tenses. Here it's gesserat, the erat ending providing the clue that this is the pluperfect tense, meaning had been waging. And as you can see in the mark scheme, you'll get 1 mark for just saying waging and 1 for against the Trojans. Moving on to part B, the trick is simply to decide whether the subject word is singular or plural. Only then should you look at whether the verb agrees with the subject. That way you can eliminate the incorrect option immediately. So, B says the Trojans were captured, but if we look at the Latin it says capta est, clearly a singular verb, which would translate as was captured. So we can instantly discard B. We have the answer. If you then have time and still want to check and make absolutely sure, then you can go on to look at the rest of the sentence. Now you should look for the subject. Is it herbs or is it Troianorum? You're actually given the answer to this in the vocab list. This tells you that Troianorum is a genitive plural meaning of the Trojans. Since answer A says the Trojans' city, we can piece together the sentence to be literally the city of the Trojans was captured, so A is correct. The answer to the second clause is C. Again, we're given the information that Ulysses is nominative in the vocab list. Here, though, there is an additional trick to watch out for. In option D, domum has been mistranslated to mean master, the Latin word for which is dominus, so do be careful of words which look similar. This is a really common trap. We will cover these words in another video, so stay tuned for that. Here, even if you are unsure of the meaning of the two words, the ending of domum makes it clear this is not the subject of the sentence, and D therefore cannot be right. Don't forget, simply eliminating the wrong answer automatically gives you the correct one. Quickly on C, please note the superlative. It's a really easy mistake to make, just translating it as long and not as very long. If we move on to question 3, this comprehension appears more complex, but your approach should be exactly the same. Read the question and make sure to look at the glossed vocabulary. Part 3 is a bit more complex, but it's clear from the supplied vocab that oculum is the object of the sentence and that it governs the genitive filii, so the eye of his son. Because it's accusative oculum, the subject is to be found in the verb, meaning you destroyed. In the mark scheme though, you can see that they do give you some latitude. The had is not necessary to gain the mark, and you could use the word blinded instead of destroyed. In the examiner's report, we can see that many people tried to make oculum plural, since in English we tend to refer to eyes in English. But the word is actually given for you. Read the vocab list and stick to it, come what may. Finally, in part 3, make sure to notice the comparative laetior and translate it as happier, since if you just put happy, you won't get the mark. My top tip for translations in general is to read the whole passage thoroughly before you do anything, since there will always be some complex grammatical features which are hard to notice at first sight. We'll break those down for you in future videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay updated, and let us know in the comments what you're struggling with and what you want us to help you with next.